exciting and anxious time.
Don't be too sure of progress.
Well, what's going to stop progress nowadays?
War.
There is war and rumor of war.
The unknown aircraft passed over Sea Beach and dropped bombs.
Some of those air chaps up to see me. They've got guts. They can do something still. We'll fight them. We'll fight them. Still got hostages?
I've read of the Mediterranean and Greece and Egypt and India. Oh, I can read a lot of those old books. I'm not like most of the younger people here. I learned quite a lot before education stopped and schools closed down. I want to see the world.
If I had my way, you could fly to all that in a couple of hours.
If you were free, and if I was free.
Will this be humanity tomorrow? And the years after? What then?
I don't believe my boy could have thought of this. The two of them must have got together.
They'll come back together. This time there's no attempt to land on the moon.
When is this great experiment to be made? How much longer have we got before they go?
When the space gun is ready.
Sometime this year, do you mean?
Soon.
Well, they're rioting. It's barbarism come back again.
If they smash up that infernal gun, then honor is satisfied and you needn't go.
They won't smash the gun.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird!
It's a plane! It's Superman!
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound, this amazing stranger from the planet Krypton, the Man of Steel, Superman. Empowered with X-ray vision, possessing remarkable physical strength, Superman fights a never-ending battle for truth and justice, disguised as a mild-mannered newspaper reporter, Clark Kent.
Lois, what are you doing here?
Oh, just getting the woman's angle on this story.
The mechanical monster! Look out!
You wait here. I'll phone this in. Yes, I'll give you the details later, Chief. All right, Lois. Lois! This is a job for Superman.
What a story this is going to make.
The jewels. What have you done with the jewels?
You'll read about it in tomorrow's paper.
Are you going to tell me what happened to those jewels? Won't tell me. You'll soon change your mind. Superman. step and she's doomed.
That's a wonderful story, Lois.
Thanks, Clark, but I owe it all to Superman.
A.D. You are catapulted through the centuries, whirled into the great unknown, into an era of glass cities towering to the sun, and a gigantic space gun rocketing passengers to the moon.
Is man never to rest, never to be free? Make the space gun the symbol of all that drives us, and destroy it. Now!
Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the Friday Night Scream Stream. I'm your host, Spakenstein, joined as always by my very good friend, Mr. Evan Sink.
Good evening.
How we doing tonight, Evan? We're great. We're here in the house. We're here for our second episode of season 9. I'd say feeling fine. I would definitely say, hold on, Evan, your mic was there. Your mic's good now. Evan's mic is good now.
Okay.
Yes, Evan, feeling fine.
We're feeling
season
divine
9.
in season 9.
Ooh, that's better. I like
Yeah.
that better. Divine in season 9. You are 100%. I feel pretty divine right now.
Are you feeling #blessed?
Big time. Big time. Okay, thank you, Nice Fan.
Thank you, Nice Fan.
Very good. Perfect. And thanks for joining us tonight, Nice Fan. Nice to have you in the chat. Thanks for everybody watching tonight and continuing season 9 along with us. And I mean, we'll go ahead and get right into it because tonight we've got a whopper of a movie, a silent classic.
Got no time to lose.
Absolutely no time to lose. This is a silent
giant.
This is an iconic film. We are watching Metropolis from 1927. This is a science fiction film. We're kind of continuing our branching off this season into science fiction.
Foray into sci-fi.
We've been there on Wednesday nights with Tales of Tomorrow, and so now with our second movie of season 9, Metropolis, we're really going out there tonight because this movie, I mean, it really is. You will be kind of blown away by some of the effects. I mean, it's a story of the future. It's a story of class struggle and of love triangles, and robots. Yeah, this is a really epic movie. If you've never seen it before, and especially if you're not partial to silent movies, this is one you're going to want to see because the action, the pacing of it is very modern. There's a lot going on, and to that end, it's a 2.5-hour movie. So very much like today's blockbuster epics.
Yeah, I just went and saw Dune, which was 2.5 hours long.
That's what we're working with. That's definitely the same scale that this film in running time, but also in terms of budget, in terms of I mean, this movie, there are legendary stories behind the production of it, which we'll get into tonight. During the movie, we'll talk about the director Fritz Lang. I don't know. Fritz Lang is, of course, that Fritz Lang. Really make myself sound American, but I think it's like Fritz Lang. You're gonna say it with a German accent, but he's a really interesting character. He's the stereotypical tyrannical German director with the monocle and the eye patch.
Oh my gosh.
That's him. So
does he have a scar?
No, that's what he was missing.
Okay.
But there's some great stories we're going to tell tonight about. Well, they're not great. They're pretty awful. But they're, that's Fritz Lang for you. So it's going to be fun. And of course, as always, Evan brings us a wonderful cocktail to pair with the evening's film and a little segment which we call
What Were You Drinking?
What are we drinking tonight, Evan?
Well, I feel like this one might be a little obvious, but tonight's cocktail is, I'm sure you can guess, the Metropolitan.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Yeah. I try
in a good way.
Yeah, I try to keep these from being too obvious, but this is just a gimme.
We haven't done it.
We have not done it, and this is there's actually 2 recipes that kind of claim this name, the Metropolitan. There's one from the 90s that is very close to a Cosmopolitan, but there's also one from the early 1900s that's closer to a Manhattan. And since we've got a film that's from the early 1900s, we're going to be going with that recipe. So if you'd like to make this at home, this is 2 parts brandy, 1 part sweet vermouth, 1/2 part simple syrup, and a couple dashes of aromatic bitters. And I think it's been a while in our rotation that we've had some of these ingredients. So
I couldn't tell you the last time we had aromatic bitters.
Yeah, gosh, when was the last time we broke out the vermouth?
Oh God, the vermouth? I don't know. It's been a minute. It's been a while. So I mean, it sounds delicious. I'm very excited for this. I mean, you can't go wrong with a classic cocktail for a classic film. I mean, it's I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can find any theme in your cocktails so far. I mean, we're only 2 drinks in, but do you think that we're looking at a more of a simpler season, like more traditional simple cocktails, or do you think
lately I think I've been trying to find more actual recipes and not my
original creations,
my experimentations. I might save those for the summer.
The summer and the fall are the best time to really
just to get really wild with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might play around, but it's just feels right to try some real classic
Yeah.
recipes.
Hell yeah. I'm all about it. All about
Yeah,
the
it's got
classics over here.
got that aromatic.
Yes.
But we're gonna go ahead and give this a go. This is the Metropolitan, everybody. So,
All right.
cheers.
Cheers.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
That's
That's
pretty
just
dang
nice
smooth.
and
Yeah.
smooth. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the little bit of simple syrup really helps that out.
Yeah, I was like not really sure just with the ingredients kind of what to expect, but
Yeah,
that's
but
perfect.
a little bit of sugar in there. That's good.
That
I
hits
really
the
like
spot.
that.
That's going to be
It's got a good
really
flavor.
good for the movie tonight. That's going to be perfect, actually. It feels there's a classic just in the taste. There's just something kind of
Yeah.
It's kind of
You feel like you're in a dimly lit, smoky bar in
yeah,
like 1910 New York.
Yeah, well, and it's good that you bring up New York because it's kind of one of more of the legends around this movie that isn't necessarily true, but Fritz Lang claimed that a visit to New York is what inspired
Really?
this movie. Yeah. Now, in fact,
the man spent one day in New York and
he's as soon as I saw. Well, I have the quote. He said, let's see. Well, it's the quote is somewhere. Oh wait, the film was born from my first sight of the skyscrapers in New York in October 1924. I looked into the streets, the glaring lights, and the tall buildings, and there I conceived Metropolis.
Gosh.
It would work better if I'd read it in a German accent. But yeah, I mean
And there I conceived Metropolis.
Yeah, definitely give it like Werner Herzog, but get like even meaner with it. But he had already been working on it with for a year with his wife and collaborator on the film, Thea von Harbo, who was his regular collaborator, and she was a writer, and they had an interesting process with the writing of this film. There's all kinds of interesting stuff. So we're about to get into it. Again, we have no time to lose, as Evan established earlier. The one interesting thing I will say about this movie is that, I didn't see this until I think I was like in high school after it had been fully restored. That wasn't until 2010 that it was finally they found this missing footage, which we'll get into. But growing up as a kid, I'd go in the video store and I'd always see the DVD case, and it has the picture of the robot, the android from this movie. It always like caught my eye in the video store, like, and I was always like curious. And I remember like picking up the box sometimes and like reading the back. I don't think we ever got it because it's just I just wasn't sure about it. But the imagery always like struck me, very striking. And so I've seen it one time and I really did like it, but I've only seen it that one time. So
yeah, I haven't seen this one. This has been on my to watch list for years and years. So we're finally getting around to it tonight.
If you've been putting this one off, this is the time to watch it. I mean, it's just an iconic film, and it's I think you're going to be kind of surprised at all the effects and the story, and and feel free to be critical. I mean, hey, let's not just praise it and give it plaudits just because everybody else does. Let's see if because it'll even Fritz Lang had interesting opinions about this movie later. We'll get into all that tonight. Anything else before we get into it tonight?
So at what point does Superman come in?
I think that around the middle is when he finally flies in for the first time. He's kind of like the kind of a surprise at the midpoint.
Okay.
And he's running around trying to clean up this city of Metropolis, and it's
look out for that.
Yeah. See if he actually, but he's doing all that in the background. So see if you can spot him. He's running around and they're flying around, but you have to have a keen eye. So, hey, well, on that note, we are going to go ahead and get into the exciting beginning of Metropolis right Now, UFA. UFA is UFA, or I'm pretty sure everybody calls it UFA studio in Germany that produced this. And I don't know. We'll see if we're good on YouTube with this or not. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is an original score first composed when the movie came out. But it only played at the premiere and never again. The Machine Man is what they call the robot here.
Good grief. We are.
It is.
What a lineup.
Yeah. She has a hard job. She was only 17 years old, I Thank you, nice fan.
Industry.
Yeah, really starting it off with it to really make you anxious. Just throwing machines at you. Jesus.
New York, ladies and gentlemen. So when he said he was inspired by New York, was it a good or a bad thing?
Yeah, it's actually a great question. Well, again, you know, so they started. He and his wife started writing this like a year before he went to New York, and you know, I don't know quite. There were different like stories and things that inspired them, but I mean, I think they got pretty inventive. Weo, weo, weo. Does that mean let's see.
It's the monkeys, right? Oh wee oh.
Let's see. Let's find it. Whoa, nice. Like that.
Jeez.
Wild looking. Simpsons reference.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
nice man. I'm not up on my Simpsons, man. Slacking.
Mondays, am I right?
Yeah, jeez. Back to the old grind. Total opposite of the poor depressed workers. He's winning the big race. What? So this is some of the lost, like the restored footage that was lost. It was 16 millimeter, and it was found in Argentina. So you'll notice that it's not quite the same as. Gotta get it just right.
Man, what a set.
I know, this is wild. Dang peacocks again.
Yeah,
Is this
here
the
we go with
season of the peacock, dude? What the hell? I do love that the main character of this movie, his name is Freighter Freighterson. Somebody off screen just throwing that duck. Probably Fritz. Yeah, nice fan. It is. It does feel like you're just waiting for the musical number. Luckily, Germans had no time for that nonsense. Not spending their time and money on musical numbers. Not in Weimar, Germany.
The other one.
Right, that marks the least famous mark. So the studio did boast that this movie employed 35,000 extras. I don't think that was quite true.
That's a whole lot of extras.
But apparently on like all these children were like poor children from like Berlin that were, you know, I don't know that they were paid much, but they were employed to work on the movie.
So they didn't really have to even act then.
Well, you'll see later. Fritz Lang didn't take it easy on him.
Oh gosh. Who let the pores in here?
I'm so sorry, sir. That will never happen again. My apologies.
I left the door open. They must have just wandered in here off the street.
Jesus. What is this, a Dr. Seuss book? I mean, that dude with the glasses looks like he's out of a Dr. Seuss book, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's just missing the hat.
This is actually the prequel to Master of Metropolis. Oh shit. Buddy, you're in the wrong part of town. You don't belong down here. Not in those pants. Oh my god, dude.
Wow.
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain.
Uh-oh. Keep pulling those levers.
I really just wanted to see what would happen if we got all the way to the top.
Man, these sets are insane.
Oh, dude, I mean, we're only like 20 minutes in. Just wait, it's crazy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, not the steam.
Oh, jeez.
I'm pretty sure a lot of extras got hurt doing all this stuff.
You think Fritz threw that guy?
Oh, for sure. he apparently did have to commit. Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
Mola.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
So that's what that machine was for.
It's a metaphor.
You gotta keep these wheels turning or the gate to hell opens.
You grease these wheels?
Don't you see, capitalism's the only thing keeping the devil out of the city.
Jeez. That is, it's so intense looking, honestly.
Yeah. It's an expression, all right.
Yeah. Very German expression.
Yeah, you know, those Germans always going.
Yeah, you know how those Germans can unhinge their jaws?
Swallow the rest of Europe.
Yeah. Oh. Back at it, man.
Yeah. Easily replaced.
Somebody go erase the number of days since workplace accident sign and get to them. Just let's get right back at it. Quick to the new Tower of Babel. Nice. God, that is so intricate.
This is crazy. This is just like a big model, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's miniature models. Yeah, the effects guy on this, Eugene Shufton, like developed a lot of special techniques. The Shufton process, he did, like, I guess, developed for this film. And we've seen his work last season. He was the cinematographer for Bluebeard. But he's the effects guy here. One of the cinematographers here was the cinematographer for Dracula with Lugosi, and he also directed The Mummy and Mad Love with Peter Lorre. Yeah, you can tell this guy's all business.
Still haven't gone paperless in
Yeah.
2026.
No, not quite. You know, he's like really careful not to let that door slam. He knows his father well. I mean, if you're the master of Metropolis, obviously, you're not fucking around. Oh, my son and his histrionics. It's every week with this kid busted in my office. Some new cause he's on about.
Lock this, lesion that.
Your son is just, yeah, I know. Uh-oh. Ooh. What's the practicality for those giant doors? It's the city. Everything's big in the city. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's the real question.
Yeah.
He's getting down to business.
Let you out of your room.
Son, it's time you learn the truth. Yeah, that's a pretty magnificent city.
Jeez.
Oh, Freighter, so naive. What has he gone? 18 years of his life before he's like,
never
oh,
been
wait, there's
outside."
poor people in this city? I never questioned how all this ran. Now I don't know how I feel about it. Ay, ay, ay. What are they on? 10-hour days? 20-hour days?
Yeah, I was trying to.
You make the days shorter
Think
and then
how
you
those-
just have more days, more work.
Well, that's.
10 hours on, 10 hours off. Damn. He's got that silent drape runner, you know?
The cotton balls.
Did that say heart machine? Yeah, he looks like a grot. Man, you know this guy's getting fired. Ugh. Man, Josephat's really screwing the pooch.
Jumping Josephat.
Oh man, he's crying. Oh no. You can't let him see you cry, dog. He's cold-blooded, obviously. They fired him. Damn.
You'll never work in this town again.
Where will I go? This town is all there is. There's nothing else. Damn, Freighter's taking it really hard. How do you say father in German?
Vater.
And you can tell by the way he's moving his lips. You can tell he's saying something that sounded like father. That's the, you know, what's always interesting to me about the German language. If you're reading lips, it almost looks like the same word. It's just the harshness of the pronunciation. Damn, kid moves fast. He did win that track race at the beginning. They established
he's a sprinter.
He gets around real fast everywhere. He doesn't walk. He runs. Watch, he's probably gonna run right past this guy.
He's got time to be fast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, was he? Did he have a gun?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Security. What are you gonna do, Freighter? This guy seems really timid. Brothers. Man, that guy really took his time getting over there, huh? Uh-oh. He knows his son is turncoat. that his security guard or his?
Yeah, was that the robot?
Yeah, could be.
This is Blade Runner.
Jesus. Well, I think this is an inspiration for Blade Runner. I mean, again, this movie was really one of the first feature-length sci-fi films, so it really did go on to inspire a lot of other. I mean, we'll see later, obviously with the robot. See if you can guess what that inspired. God, it's the worst job in the whole place. Oh God. Someone has to stay at the machine. I love how those words were italicized. Has to. Your clothes, give them to me. Oh no. That other guy's gonna walk into Frederson's office and be like, yeah, I'm your son now. Oh my God.
Jeez.
This dude looks like fucking the villain from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but scarier, man. He looks like the guy from Poltergeist, the preacher from Poltergeist 2.
He looks like the Mask, but it's just his face.
Mm-hmm.
Might just be the hat, though.
Yeah, wait. What is he doing? What's his plan? He's got a plan, but I don't know what it is. He's just sending people to his house. We're gonna have a party, but I gotta get to know more of the people in the lower depths first. I'm gonna have a party that unites everybody. This guy, dude. Free.
He's like a vampire.
He is scary looking, man. Germans. Yeah, that's a big car. Oh no. Yep. This is kind of a funny thing to see in like the 20s. People looking at each other through car windows. I don't know. There's just something weird about that to me. Uh-oh. My God.
You're going to Hogwarts.
Well, this guy obviously didn't go back to the apartment. Oh shit. Ooh, like that.
It's very. They pulled this one straight out of Caligari.
Yeah. Well, the producer of this film, Eric Palmer, also produced Caligari.
Well,
it was his first film.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh no. Yikes. Aw, hell. Oh, that's at the inventor's house. Nice. Now that's a lab set right there.
Yeah, well, as impressive as the rest of these sets have been, I'd be pretty disappointed if they didn't get the mad scientist lab right. It's got the science pentagram. Hail science.
Yeah. So in the novel version, there's apparently more references to like the occult and supernatural that were cut in the film version. But I guess that is one that's stuck around. Hard to get rid of the giant upside down star in the back of this shot. Damn.
That is a wild costume.
Yeah, isn't it?
Full body
Yep.
suit.
Yeah, and that's actually the actress who was like the woman who came in with all the kids earlier.
Oh, really?
That's actually her, because she had all those names credit. This is one of those characters, and you know, she was like, "Couldn't we have just gotten a stunt woman to like do this?" And Fritz Lang was like, "Yeah, I know. This is what we're doing. You're in the costume." Machine Man is the name of the android character. And it's made of like a wood type, like a plastic wood type of a material that has like some flexibility, allows for a little bit of movement. And it was made for, obviously, they did a plaster cast of the actress and then built the... There was a sculptor that sculpted the whole thing. Obviously. There's some art going into that. As usual. Doesn't every like politician do that? They have their mad scientist guy that they go and consult. I mean, I guess Nixon had Kissinger. You better get that. It's like that game at the arcade where you gotta like hit the button on the light and it, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
right, the one with the light goes around.
Yeah, it's like that. Just like that. What is this cool neon light he's got on his desk? A fucking sick desk lamp. It's a nice shot. Yeah, I guess it's hard work when you haven't worked a day in your life.
Uh-oh.
He may be a good runner, but he doesn't have the upper body strength to turn the freaking arms of this thing. It's wild. Yeah, I guess it is 10-hour shifts. Damn. bro works one day and he's like, oh God, I feel your pain, everybody.
Overthrow the system.
And that is gonna take us to our first break. What do we think so far, Evan?
Gosh, this is gotten off to a pretty exciting start.
There's a lot going on, right?
There is, yeah.
They keep it interesting.
We've already gotten our robot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and trust me, there's plenty more where that came from. It's not like you're just getting one shot. I mean, this movie really, I mean, again, it's with its length, it just, don't think that this is as good as it gets. It's not just a kind of a one track movie. It just kind of gets crazier and crazier and crazier as it goes on. So, I mean, again, it's sci-fi, so it's kind of a different animal. And Fritz Lang was just a different kind of director, you know.
So did you say is this based on a novel, or
So-
is there a novel version of this?
So basically, his wife wrote the treatment, and as they were developing the script, she basically wrote the novel. That what they would do normally, their process was they would develop the script together, and then she'd go off and write a novel version that would be released like when the movie came out, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah, kind of ahead of its, time in terms of that cross promotional type of marketing and having other supplemental things. But because this movie, the production process, just the development process, all that took years. And so it was this interesting thing where as they were still like working out the script and everything, she got the novel written, and they basically, I think they started filming, and then the novel, they started filming like right before the novel got released, actually. And so obviously there are things that are different. Like I said, that there were more occult, supernatural references that weren't in it. And it was one of those that it was like serialized in like a magazine. That was how it was published, which was kind of an interesting way. But yeah, it's got some differences apparently. But this was, I mean, again, this was the most, I don't know if it's the most expensive film ever made in Germany at this time, but let's just say that the original budget, the original schedule got blown out of the water in terms of going over. It was, and it had a budget of like 1.5 million Reichmarks. But I'll reveal the figure later, but let's just say it ballooned up because Fritz Lang, I mean, he really wanted to achieve something that was on the same level, if not greater than what was being done in Hollywood. He had visited Hollywood. He was like, we can compete with that. I think both he and the producer Palmer had both been to America by this point, and they had been to Hollywood. And they were like, okay, we want to.
Well, I guess he was right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they went for it. And I mean, again, the producer, I mean, he ended up losing his job basically because of all the problems on this movie in terms of the delays and the budget and all that stuff. And the studio was practically bankrupt by the end of it, which led to kind of its weird like cutting history, but we'll get into that later. But this was Fritz Lang's kind of. He was already an acclaimed director at this point, but obviously this was his biggest movie up to this point, and it was like I don't know. It had all these problems in terms of its distribution and release, and so um, he ended up like doing another science fiction film right after this called Woman in the Moon or Woman on the Moon or something like that. Um, which I wish I had a trailer for. I don't. Um, but that apparently was the inception. That movie was the inception of the whole idea of like a rocket launch pad and like a countdown clock.
Okay.
Like it all had been conceived by him and his wife for that movie. And I was looking at the clip today and it looks like a rocket launch pad, although it looked like it was going in water or something. I don't know what that was about. But it's like, okay, wow. Like, I mean, obviously, so after Metropolis, he like was kind of stuck on the science fiction theme for a little bit. But then he did what was considered one of his greatest movies, which is the first trailer we're gonna see. It's for his film M. M. I always like M and Metropolis. It's hard for me to like not accidentally say one or the other, But M is a really wild crime film, which mostly revolves, at least in the beginning, around Peter Lorre, who plays this child murderer, and it's really unsettling. Like it is kind of like I saw it like as a kid on TV and it freaked me out, honestly, because like a kid, I think I was like 12, 13, but it was just like Fritz Lang, what he does with, kind of showing what their process, a serial killer. Like that's the thing. For 1930, it was 1931, I believe. And so it's just a kind of a sophisticated handling of a serial killer story, but then it kind of turns into a whole crime film. It like begins as this kind of a straight exploration of that kind of serial killer tale, and then the whole underworld of the city gets involved because they're like, this child murder is blowing up our spot. The police are like hassling everybody, so we gotta take this in our own hands. So then the criminals like, yeah, it's basically about the criminals taking like this other criminal aside and like holding him, giving him like a trial, and it's wild, dude. Absolutely crazy.
Criminal court.
Yeah, criminal court. It is a legit criminal court. But the
disorder in the court.
But the trailer really doesn't like delve into the like it really undersells the whole like serial killer element of it. And like even when it shows Peter Lorre's like character in the trailer, it shows like a very innocent scene of him doing something, whereas like the movie opens with him like hunting down, like following a kid, like, and then yeah, it's fucking awful. It's really unsettling. So but shortly after that, obviously the Nazis came to power in Germany, and Fritz Lang had some Jewish ancestry. His mother was Jewish, but she had converted to Catholicism, but obviously it was a whole, he knew that he would be in trouble if he stayed. And his relationship with Thea von Harbo fell apart. They both kind of cheated on each other, and she kind of unfortunately was sympathetic to the Nazi party. I don't know that she was a member, but she ended up staying and making a few films for the Nazi party, writing films for the Nazi party. And Fritz Lang was just like, nope, I'm out of here. Because apparently Goebbels and Hitler were a fan of tonight's film.
Really?
Yeah, they liked it. And so apparently Hitler said that after he saw this, Fritz Lang needs to make Nazi films. And the myth was that when Goebbels told Fritz Lang that's when Fritz Lang decided. He left that night. But that was not true. He left like a few months after. He obviously liked to embellish stories about himself. But he fled.
Makes it a better story.
It does. He was a story. The man was definitely a storyteller. But he went, fled to France first, and then eventually immigrated to the United States, to Hollywood, and it ended up he worked with all the major studios. And the second trailer we're going to see is for the first movie he did in Hollywood. It's entitled Fury, and it's I guess also a crime film, and it stars Spencer Tracy, and it looks a little expressionistic. And it also features Sylvia Sidney, who we saw last season in Snow Beast. She was the owner of the ski lodge.
Oh,
She was the old lady. She's pretty great. But yeah, Fritz Lang, I mean, he was one of those. There were a lot of people, directors, writers, actors who fled Germany when the Nazis took over, came to Hollywood and had successful careers, and Fritz Lang was one of those directors. So we're going to see these two trailers for M and for Fury, and then when we come back, we'll get into the exciting middle of Metropolis. So stick around, we'll be right back.
Ausschnitte aus dem erregenden, spannenden und aktuellen Kriminalfilm M, den der Regisseur Fritz Lang für die Nero-Produktion geschaffen hat. Die Handlung dieses einzigartigen Kriminalfilms ist von atemberaubender Explosivität, spannungsgeladen von Anfang bis Ende.
Hallo, was hast du denn? Hallo, Paul! Antworte doch mal! Was ist denn? Ich hab Verklopfen gehört! Was haben wir euch denn gesagt? Loslassen!
Das Resultat, bitte! Das Resultat!
Ich komme nämlich vom Finanzamt.
Wer ist der geheimnisvolle Unbekannte, der Millionen Menschen einer Stadt terrorisiert? Wo verbirgt er sich? Wie sieht er aus? Wer ist der Mörder? Jeder kann es sein. Jeder ist verdächtig.
Du bist wohl verrückt, du Schweinskerl!
M. Das Meisterwerk auf dem Gebiet des Kriminalfilms mit Otto Wernicke.
Hören Sie mal bloß auf, von der Mitarbeit des Publikums.
Gustav Gründgens.
Meine Herren, wenn sich mir bei Ausübung meines Berufs ein Kriminalbeamter den Weg stellt, dann weiß er, welches Risiko er eingeht. Und ich weiß es auch.
Theodor Loos.
Lassen Sie mal einen Wächter reinkommen.
Theo Lingen. Paul Kemp. Fritz Odemar.
Ist denn schon 3 Uhr?
Peter Lorre. Rosa Valetti.
Was glauben Sie, was die hier alle für eine Stinkwut auf den Kerl haben?
Friedrich Gnas.
Mann, meint Sie? Ich weiß von nichts, Herr Kommissar.
M. Ein Film, den jeder gesehen haben muss. Wir zeigen diesen spannenden Kriminalfilm demnächst in diesem Theater.
There, Tom. We're gonna get them skunks. We're gonna kill them the way they killed Joe.
Whatever you say, Charlie, and whenever.
What are you talking about? Are you crazy?
I know he's alive, Charlie. I know he's alive.
Shut your mouth.
Let me talk to her, please. Please, let me tell her I didn't mean to. Let me ask her to forgive me.
jail and lynched Joseph Wilson.
What are you trying to do, Hummel?
Where did you say you spent the night before last? I ain't answering the questions, buddy. You are. Come on, get out.
Will you swear that during those hours, Frederick Garrett was peaceably at home?
Yes.
The witness. We've got him.
Same as everybody else. Talking and drinking.
She must love you an awful lot.
And we are back. So that was the trailers for M and for Fury. And Fritz Lang, again, he made a lot of crime films. He ended up being one of the pioneers behind film noir. He made a lot of film noirs in the 50s. He made some in the late 40s, but the 50s, I think, was where some of his better known ones were made. But a lot of the defining features of noir, how you play with light and shadow, and even some of the thematic stuff really does come out of German Expressionism. So he was one of because he wasn't the only one. There were multiple people that came out of the German Expressionist movement and helped kind of define what a film noir is. So he's one of those like links between the two movements. So it's kind of an interesting thing. But he made all kinds of stuff. He made westerns, he made swashbucklers, he made war films.
Yes, geez.
Yeah, I mean, he did it all. He was when he was in Hollywood, I mean, he wasn't really constricted in any way. I mean,
stretch out.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously he made this very expensive silent film in Germany. So I mean, his talent was kind of undeniable, but at the same time, I mean, he just wasn't doing the most prestige stuff, but it seemed like he was probably doing what he wanted to do. And he was having fun with it, doing it his own way. And it was always going to be his way because, again, he's a slave driver, apparently. Just a very hard worker. Like, really just kind of use up everybody. He's one of those directors that would demand take after take after take after take to get it just right.
So the irony of doing this film like that wasn't lost on him?
No, not at all. And to the extent that, like, I didn't write this fact down, so I can't remember it all exactly, but it was basically his wife, I think, was interviewed while they were making the movie. And she's like, oh, yeah, like, we've got all these poor kids, like, from Berlin who are acting the movie. And they're so well off. They're like working all night, and then there's playtime, and there's this and there's that. They stay here on the set. Like,
we even let them take a break.
Yeah, it sounded like that. Like, it's like, it sounds like you're working these kids. You think that you're like helping them, but maybe you're not.
Then the assistant director goes, "My brothers."
Yeah. So somebody should
have
mobilized everybody. Yeah, I'll really get into the fact when we get to the specific scene, but yeah, Fritz Lang didn't take it easy on the children. And again, we've already seen the Machine Man. We know that was Bridget Helm in the costume. I mean, apparently she could barely breathe in there.
Yeah, it doesn't look very breathable.
Another
air holes.
Another story just going along with the kind of like extreme nature of this was that, I don't know, I read this and it kind of took me aback that apparently, I don't know if this is true, but people were putting coins into the costume so that she could go and buy like extra chocolate bars from the commissary or whatever because she was just like, they were working her so hard.
Wow.
Yeah, wild. Well, we're about to get into the second third of this. Anything before we get into it, Evan?
If she couldn't get air into that costume, how is she getting a chocolate bar in there?
Oh, that's the melting. I don't even. Maybe she's got like some kind of like you know, when you go on a hike and you have like a water, one of those water things.
She's
that-
got a Camelback for chocolate.
melted chocolate.
That
yeah.
Somebody get on that.
Yeah. She did. She
We
definitely
gotta bring
did.
it back. That's lost
Yeah.
technology.
Seriously, we're missing out.
Yeah, forget everybody else. She was living in the future.
Seriously, she's way out of her time. Well, on that note, we're going to go ahead and get to the exciting middle of Metropolis right now.
What are they doing down there?
You're my resident mad scientist. You know all the drama going on. You have the inside scoop. So you want to hear something wild? The actor playing the inventor Rotwang, he's played by a guy named Rudolph Klein Rogue. He was actually married to the screenwriter Thea von Harbo before Fritz Lang was married to her. She ended up having an affair with Fritz Lang.
Oh my gosh.
And left the guy playing the inventor. But that apparently didn't bother any of them because he was a regular collaborator with the two of them, like was in multiple Fritz Lang movies. So so that's why apparently the love triangle in this, they're like, maybe there's some kind of like real life parallels there.
Yeah. So, based on a true story.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, boss, you're coming down to the workers' meeting?
It's about time you showed up. We got a bone or three to pick with you.
Get it?
Stream disconnected for back. Sorry about that. Damn, that is wild.
German Expressionist church.
Yep, you know me just peeping through my hole in the wall. Benefit living in an old house on the outskirts of town. Have access to the tunnels. That is a crazy set. The Tower of Babel.
Is this a movie within a movie?
Yep.
Is that why this is so long?
I think that's it. Totally a bubble. Shh. No, Evan, you fact check this. You tell us if they're getting the story right.
Yeah, I think that's what the original story was about, class struggle.
They had to find extras that would actually shave their head for this, apparently.
Well, that is an ask. I mean, it was gonna be like an extra. That is kind of a lot to ask.
Yeah. Well, apparently he wanted 4,000. The producer could only get 1,000.
I'm surprised they got 1,000.
But you know, they were having to do shit like this out in the hot sun. Apparently, a lot of them got like sunburned scalps. Jesus, I like that.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Oh shit. Of course, the heart. We need a mediator, okay?
Who do we know that has a lot of heart? Maybe too much heart.
Oh my. Oh. You just need the choir doing the voices.
Present.
Hold on, I think I need to like end it and restart it.
Uh-oh.
It'll be fine. Shake it, Evan.
Getting it.
Get it. That's a great shot.
They always find the most doe-eyed people.
They really, I don't know
in
how
these
they
old
do it,
movies.
man. You found me.
Here I am.
It's a me, the mediator. I'm the mediator. We are in Germany. Let's not forget, people. Uh-oh. Mediator my ass. Oh no. Douche. Does he not know that's his son down there?
I don't know.
He didn't look.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not, he knows, but he's not letting him look. Yeah, you gotta look out for those inventors, man. They're devious. Always plotting.
Mr. Steal Your Son.
Yeah. Kind of crazy, honestly. Everybody's scheming. I guess they're not scheming. I don't know. Maybe Frater is scheming a little bit. He's just trying to.
Yeah, does he care about class struggle, or is he just trying to get with this girl?
I think he's just trying to get with Maria. I mean, he wrapped it up pretty quick.
What if we kissed in the catacombs?
I mean, he's the mediator. Isn't this unethical? Come on now. I mean, I guess him being the son of the guy on the other side of the table is also that's why he's the mediator.
It'd be really awkward if him and his dad ran into each other on the way out.
What are you doing here?
Hey.
Let's just forget it. Oh, shit. Yeah, she just now realizing how scary the catacombs are.
Just standing down here underground, just only with this candle.
That is wild looking.
The skeleton.
That's what this movie. He needs more of a William Castle touch. I mean, if Moloch popped up again and that'd be great.
Yeah.
I mean, look at those skulls back there.
I need an insurance policy in case I get possessed by Moloch.
They can only give you an assurance policy. Spooky skulls.
I'm scared of flashlights.
You're really freaking me out with this light show. I mean, you are in the catacombs again. Did you see the two skulls on either side of his head? That was amazing. Oh, nice. Shit. This is creepy.
Yeah.
Damn. That was just the prelude. Intermezzo. I love how this has a musical structure to it. So that was something that they haven't been able to find or restore properly. So it has that. Brutal. I will have my revenge. Wonder who that guy in the middle is. I skipped over.
The lust statue is a little risque there.
Yeah, man, there was no code in Germany.
There's no code in this church. So whose skeleton is that they have propped up here in this church?
Good question. I mean, you could just go get any skeleton or skull you wanted from down in the catacombs.
Yeah.
Georgie. So this is supposed to be like, I think, a house of prostitution or something. Yeah, he looks, uh-oh. Fucking creepy guy. Yeah. Oh, he's finally back home. Yeah, it was just a one-day thing. I just wanted to try it out. I'm fine where I'm at. Comfortable with my station in life. No Georgie here, pal.
Georgie who?
Uh-oh. Yeah, he got to live the high life for a little bit. Come on.
Saw that car falling.
I'd missed that. Damn. Car phone.
Oh. Just missed him.
Wow. Nobody. Nothing. My God, he almost looks like the Phantom of the Opera.
He looks like he could turn his head all the way around.
Yeah. God.
What hat? I don't see anything.
No, I'm not negotiable.
You sure about that?
His jacket is just lined with cash.
Ooh! Money slap.
Damn, that was brutal. He wasn't expecting that. Oh, now he's getting out the wallet. Now it's getting serious. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Man, you twisted my wrist. Damn. Give me your face.
I need it. I need it more than you do. Take a picture, buddy.
Just doing the Charlie Brown walk past the right where like she's being held captive.
Right past Der Golem
Yeah.
house. Oh. No windows.
I get a cramp in my side.
Oh.
But he has a skylight. No windows, but gotta have that skylight. And the neon lights, of course. And the star. Yeah, my whole house is powered by witchcraft. Yeah, the inside of the house is a lot nicer than the outside, isn't it?
It's a smart home.
See, that's what everybody needs. They need, like, if Siri was a witch, you know? Make it a lot more interesting.
If Siri just decides, okay, you're gonna be locked in this room for a while.
No, I'm not gonna open the door right now.
Go outside. It's time for you to get some fresh air.
That'll keep that door from closing? Yeah, I guess they were closing and opening on. Okay. Makes sense. So why is he doing that? That's why.
Now what?
Ooh, hell yeah, that's a good shot. Running. Nice. Yeah, this lab set is... The intricacy is pretty nice.
Impressive.
I mean, again,
stuff bubbling away.
Pre-Frankenstein, you know? Damn. Yeah, that's what it's like working in a lab every day, right, Evan?
Well, kinda.
Damn. That was a pretty good creation scene. The house says you can leave. Uh-oh. Falling? She having a stroke? Oh, freighter, oh no. Blind rage. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I can't handle this.
Oh. Oh! It was all a dream, son. Those lights are fucking loud. You're really harsh just having a fluorescent bulb like that.
Yeah.
The lampshade up top doesn't really
Not-
seem like
not
it's doing
doing a
very
whole lot.
much.
Jeez.
Turn it into a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah, talk about turning heads. Yeah.
Like turn into wolves.
Yeah, these guys are gonna start like hitting themselves on the head with a mallet.
Yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Making all the noises. Yeah. Yeah. They're gonna lose their freaking minds, dude. If Freighter knew what was going on right now, he would. I guess he technically has lost it. God, guys, keep it in your pants,
Yes,
please. Oh!
These are the honk if you're horny guys.
Dude, for real, my God. What the hell? That was fucking kind of scary, wasn't it? Charlie, you have some presence, man. Oh, shit.
Whoa.
So that's apparently Bridget Helm in the death costume.
Got a lot of hats.
Yeah, my gosh. Especially for being a 17-year-old. Girl. He joined the ranks of the lower. Yep. Oh, it's a disguise. The Thin Man.
Thin Man.
Even stranger. Even more stranger. Damn. Oh my god.
Hi.
As soon as you're gonna fucking punch each other's lights out. Oh, choke each other's lights. Jesus. Damn. That hair flip, man. Did you see that?
What did you just say?
What?
Uh-oh.
Time to clock in. Let the mediator handle. This seems like a job for the mediator. Yes. Yes. And that is gonna take us to our second break. What are we thinking so far, Evan?
My gosh, things are getting a little more complicated.
Yeah. I mean, the stage has been set. You know, I mean,
poor guy getting pulled all over the place.
Poor Freighter, yeah, he had, you know, I mean, that's what happens when you're the mediator, man. You're the man in the middle.
You're in the middle.
You're gonna get pulled every which way, every which direction, and fortunately, poor Freighter is.
When your dad teams up with a mad scientist,
it's just asking for trouble. I mean, so far, I mean, the plan's working. He's definitely sullying the reputation of poor Maria.
Yeah, his already fragile mind has been ripped apart like tissue paper.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it's you got to think when this whole thing started, Freighter's just, you know, so naive.
Yeah.
Innocent. Really has no clue about the world that he lives in, and now he's just like, his brain is broken, basically. So, I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, story-wise, yeah, it's. There's been a lot going. I mean, obviously, it's a long movie, so you'd expect.
Yeah.
You would hope that there's more happening, but yeah, I mean, it's been pretty.
Yeah, this plan of theirs is pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, and
let's throw a robot in here, and is that what is it called? Is it slander if you're just like impersonating somebody?
That's a good question, I guess, technically, but you got to think in this Metropolis, they're not gonna have these slander laws here, man. There's open season.
Yeah, the only person you can't slander is the master.
Joe, yeah, I guess J-O-H. I guess Joe. I don't know, Joe Fredersen.
Yo.
Yeah, yo, what up?
Yo, Fredersen.
Yeah, that's probably how you say it, yo. So, I mean, we'll see how it shakes out. Freighter, you know, I mean, can he thwart his father's devious plan and, you know, save the overworked people of the lower depths of the city? I don't know.
Can he at least get with this girl?
You would hope. I mean, if she weren't just imprisoned in Rotwang's house, I mean, they'd be ruling that whole city. They'd be taking that whole city over. Better believe. But no, between that like creation sequence with the robot and then the whole dance sequence.
Yeah,
and
gosh.
Yeah, like the editing with all the eyes and stuff. I mean,
trippy stuff.
You have to appreciate I mean, obviously it's German Expressionist, but there's also kind of a surrealist quality in some of it.
Especially with the religious imagery.
Yeah, what do you think about like imagery, but also just in the story in general? I mean, we had a whole Bible story.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting.
Were you expecting that much like?
Not really, but I guess it kind of makes sense if they're trying to play it as like kind of a morality tale,
right? Which, yeah, I think 100%.
Anytime you're invoking like apocalyptic imagery,
right?
And I mean it's powerful,
but a little heavy-handed, maybe. What do you? I can tell you have some reservations.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a but I'm not exactly sure what it was. I'll mull it over. And
we still have another third of the movie to really kind of figure out where you land. But I mean, again, and it'll be interesting to see what you think about what Fritz Lang said later after the movie had been out. He had some interesting opinions about it. But again, at the time, it was acclaimed in most circles, but it definitely had its critics and detractors, people that weren't a big fan of it. And, that is kind of part of the reason why there are many different cuts behind the movie. But, like we talked about earlier, Fritz Lang he did what he could in Germany, but once the Nazis took over, he was out of there. He lived it up in Hollywood for, I guess, about 25 years. He had a pretty steady career, and like I said earlier, noirs was where he kind of made his name. And so one of the trailers we're going to see tonight is, I don't know if it's a noir per se. It's a very big film. Like, there's a big cast, and it's called While the City Sleeps. And you'll notice our good friend, Mr. Vincent Price, is in it. There's also, they don't bill him in the credits, I don't think, because they like, the trailer starts out 10 stars, and then it names all the stars, one of whom is Vincent Price. But another person they show in the trailer, I was watching a little bit of it today. I was like, this guy looks really familiar. Is that Robert Raymond from? Now, this was a movie from the mid 50s, so he's obviously 20 years older. He had like white hair, and
he was already kind of
old. So, but he has like a kind of a prominent clip in this trailer, and I was like surprised, like that I've recognized. Like, is that Robert Raymond? Like, yeah, it is. So I was like, okay, well, I have to have this trailer in here. But that was this is one of his like last like Hollywood films. There was another one he did after this, I believe, called Beyond a Reasonable Doubt. But honestly, the trailer for that wasn't as exciting as the trailers. It was just too weird. It doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like I've heard that's a good movie, but it just, the whole plot does not make a lick of sense. And then the other trailer that we're going to see is for his last film. So, you know, like we said, he left Germany when the Nazis took over, but he did go back later on. Obviously, in the 60s, it was broken up after, you know, World War II. Germany was split up. You have East Germany and West Germany. So I believe it was West Germany. They were making a lot of crime films, basically kind of the thing that he was kind of had pioneered. And he got hired to kind of resurrect this character that he had made, like, I think 2 films about in Germany. This, I don't know if he's a crime doctor, but his name is Dr. Mabuse, and he's basically like this criminal mastermind. And he had made 2 movies in the 30s about Dr. Mabuse. And then in 1960, he got contracted to, in Germany, in West Germany, make a sequel, or just kind of a reboot, if you want to call it that. So what we have is an American trailer for it, and it's called like The Eye of Evil or something. I don't know. But, you know, you see it's obviously noir, crime, action-packed kind of a thing, which, you know, that was his, kind of his, where he was comfortable. He did a lot of work in the fields. We're going to get the trailer for one of his last Hollywood movies, and then his last movie. And then when we come back, we're going to get into the exciting conclusion of Metropolis. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Dana Andrews, Rhonda Fleming, George Sanders, Thomas Mitchell, Vincent Price, Sally Forrest, John Barrymore Jr., James Craig, Howard Duff, and Ida Lupino.
How many women in the United States use lipstick?
How many women are there?
I want every one of them scared silly every time she puts any on. Call this baby the lipstick killer. Smack across the front page.
While the City Sleeps brings you more, far more than a front-page murder story, great as that is. It opens up a big city newspaper's bitter feuds between top men and women of the press who live in headlines.
The old man upstairs is roaring like a lion. Get me the killer, he yells. Use all your best men, reporters, editors, feature men, photographers, wire service men, but get me the killer.
While the City Sleeps is Entertainment Plus. You'll get a real thrill out of its romances and a lot of laughs.
There are two schools of thought about that mink. One is that a syndicate bought it. The other, that Mark Loving shelled out for the whole thing.
Well, why don't you get me alone some night, and I'll tell you all.
It's a good offer.
You ought to find out just how good.
I should have a permit.
To kiss me?
An explorer's permit.
Do explorers have to have permits?
They should have, especially when they're headed for uncharted territory.
I will say a few things to the killer. Item 1. Mr. Unknown, you will not for very long remain unknown. You are the lipstick killer.
He's all, he knows all. But who is Dr. Mabusa?
I can see him now. Mabusa. Dr. Mabusa.
But the bedroom is all that you care about. Sex is love, as far as you're concerned.
You're not a man, you're an animal.
Spine-tingling excitement. He isn't here, he isn't there. He kills and kills without excuse. The fiendish and diabolical Dr.
And we are back. So those are the trailers for oh god, what was that? While the City Sleeps and the Thousand Eyes of Dr. Mabuse, aka the Eye of Evil, as Evan
Clearly
pointed
two
out.
eyes in there.
You're down a good number of eyes. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean Fritz Lang, he really, you know, it's kind of funny how we haven't talked about any of the stories yet, but now we'll see as we get into the third act kind of some of the ridiculous stunts or things that are being called for, and the fact that I know we might have already seen a scene, but apparently there was a scene where Freighter was falling in front of Maria's feet, and he shot that over 2 days. He took 2 days to shoot that because he wasn't the actor playing Frater wasn't falling just right. And he apparently by the time they finally got a good take, like the actor playing Frater couldn't even stand.
Oh my god.
But that was like Fritz Lang. Like,
you're not falling good enough.
Yeah.
Fall better.
I mean, yeah, like your direction can only go so far after like 10 takes. Like, what can you tell the actor to change it up?
Yeah,
if it's taken 2 days.
Let gravity do its thing.
I mean, really. But he doesn't. I don't know. It's interesting. You know, we're getting to the conclusion here. Everything is kind of gearing up. The stage has been set, and I mean, we'll see if can the heart truly mediate between the head and the hand. I don't know. It's very yeah, this is an interesting well, I guess moral thematic through point with the film. But yeah. we'll Fritz Lang has an interesting quote about that. We'll mention later. But anything before we get into the exciting conclusion of Metropolis 7?
And just hearing that story makes me think of, I mean, just how crazy acting is as a job. Because what other job can you have where your boss can just tell you, throw yourself on the ground for 2 days?
Yeah, that's not right. Do it again. And you're like,
do it again.
What do you want me to do different? Just try something different this time. I don't know.
Throw yourself on the ground. Fall.
Brutal. Absolutely. Well, on that note, we're going to go ahead and get into the exciting conclusion of Metropolis right now. So he has her prisoner. Uh-oh. Just like the government. Jeez.
This is so diabolical.
So wild looking.
Created like an evil twin to just
poison,
corrupt all these people.
Well, it's supposed to be, I don't know if they'll say it outright, but it's supposed to be like the Whore of Babylon type of, and the Tower of Babel is like, I mean, again, so much biblical, like, stuff related to the plot. She looks evil, man.
Man, how much cooler would the Bible be if it had robots?
Androids disguised as humans.
And a false prophet shall appear, but it's actually a robot.
Oh my god, dude. Just, isn't the Bible's just science fiction, right?
Yeah.
Of course. The answer was right in front of us the whole time. Oh.
But what's this guy's will? Probably not good.
No, obviously not. Oh no. Freighter will know.
Someone has to stay at the machine.
Okay, this is turning into Terminator.
Yeah.
Right? Uh-oh. Oh shit. Yeah, you call it out, Freighter. You are not Maria. Who is that? Is that the guy that Georgie? Georgie is such a funny name.
Get him.
Oh no. This isn't fur, this is cashmere. Oh yeah, it's scrapping. Oh, get up there, Georgie. Come on. Protect your friend. Georgie knows.
Really is. Uh-oh.
Oh!
Oh, damn.
Oh, Joe, come on, man. What? We're not seeing any of that. This movie would probably be 15 minutes longer. I guess it's give and take. Oh shit, wait. Oh, that's the guy that got. Took a dagger to the chest for me. That's true faithfulness. Oh shit. Oh, that's awesome. Love that shot. Damn, that was a jump. She looked like she almost tripped a little bit, but she recovered quick. That's a lot of people.
There's a lot of extras.
I think a quote I saw Fritz Lang said, when he was disputing the 35K number, he was like, maybe 300, maybe 400. You can make it look like a lot more. You know, it's all about how you shoot it. Imagine the logistics of trying to round up over 1,000 people at one time.
We can't get in. It's not shift change.
Shake on the bars long enough, you'll wear them down. Oh no. Those elevators look so dangerous. Oh no. Oh god. Fucking idiots. They all have their children. Nice. Smart.
Get through that.
Rod's looking nervous.
You know, I should have taken that bathroom break.
Oh, come on, Joe. Nice. Oh no!
company man. He's not gonna say no to the boss. Might as well get blown up.
Oh my god. You're gonna get ripped apart. Oh no.
Yeah, water park.
Oh yeah, I forgot she broke out. The real Maria. Ugh. God. Moving so slow. God. Oh shit. It's gonna blow. Oh god. Oh no. Trapped. Uh-oh. So many kids. So this is apparently one of the fucked up things that Fritz Lang did, was that he took 14 days to film this sequence with all the kids in the water.
2 full weeks.
And he apparently intentionally kept it cold. wild. He was, I mean...
How else will the audience be able to feel their suffering?
I mean, again, these are like apparently kids from very poor parts of Berlin, right? They're just very, you know, kids that just needed some kind of, you know, some kind of compensation. And could you imagine just having to get in a cold water 14 days straight? And Bridget Helm too, obviously. She was also like, I can't believe he had to do this. This was not easy. Jesus. I mean, I couldn't imagine like having to flood this set.
The imagery here, it's so apocalyptic.
Well, and again, it's the crazy thing about this movie is to think about where it was made, when it was made, what happened after this, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, things got pretty bad.
Things got pretty hairy over there in Germany. Dancing like fucking witches, dude.
Jeez.
The whole city's a fucking disco ball. Damn, city at night, dude. Hell yeah. All lit up. Oh, that might throw a wrench in some things.
Yeah, that wasn't important, right?
Oh, shit. Everything's going haywire. Thin Man. What's the 411?
Oh, damn, my plan backfired.
Oh, you're telling me my son didn't get bored already? I thought he'd just give this up. It's crazy to think how much was cut out of this movie. Like all this stuff that you're seeing like this is from the Argentinian print. And
I mean, think of how much film they probably went through in 14 days of doing this.
well, the whole movie ended up taking what was it? It ended up lasting 17 months.
Oh my god.
310 shooting days. 60 shooting nights.
Good grief.
It lasted from May 1925 to October 30th, 1926.
It's kind of a wonder they finished this thing. You know, I feel like you get a project that is, you know, stuck going that long.
Yeah. Too unwieldy. And I mean, the budget went from 1.5 million Reichmarks to, by the end, 5.3 million Reichmarks. So, I mean, you can tell.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of production value in this.
I mean, imagine flooding, draining,
Oh, yeah.
draining. How much money?
So much water.
14 days of that. I mean, yeah, this is Weimar Germany we're talking about, all right? The economic situation. See why the studio is almost bankrupt. That was like actually part of the reason why there are different cuts, because one guy bought this, a nationalist, a rich nationalist bought the studio and recut the movie and cut it down to 90 minutes, basically from 157 minutes. And that's why we, truncated 90-minute cuts were like the norm all throughout like 60s, 70s, 80s. And it took a while to finally find all the pieces and get it close to. They didn't get 157 minutes, but 148, 47, something like that. Pretty close. I mean, all this was cut. Look at how wild looking this shit is. Like you said, apocalyptic. And the American cut definitely probably cut all this out. Because the American cut, they had a playwright basically rewrite the whole story. And to show you how bad that was, he removed all the stuff with hell because the name hell was too close to the word hell. And American audiences they wouldn't like it.
They can't handle
that. So that was the U.S. cut was fucked up, and then the German guy saw the U.S. cut and let's make it more like that, and fucked it up. Oh, it was actually the Nazis that got the 90-minute cut, because in the 30s they cut it down even more. So that's how you get a movie that goes from being 2.5 hours to an hour and a half.
So
cut a whole hour out.
When the Nazis got a hold of it, did they cut it in such a way that Jo Fredersen looked like the good guy?
Probably. More than I can't imagine. I need to see what that other cut looked like. This is insane. Oh, and I forgot to say the interesting thing about the actor playing Freighter. Apparently, he was not a actor. He was hired as an extra, and then the screenwriter Thea von Harbo was like, "Oh, like Fritz, he should be playing Freighter." And so
you're the most naive-looking man I've ever seen.
You've got those puppy dog eyes. You don't know what's going on. You're just perfect. So they had the camera on a swing for that. They developed like a special, like that was one of the special effects. That was a cool shot.
It was pretty cool. You don't usually see the camera swinging around 1920s.
No, all the movement has been really welcome. How are you going to get out? Lights out. It's so funny to see them dancing like that. It's just like, again, I think of witches, man.
Oh, absolutely. Dancing around there like sacrifice. Okay.
These fucking idiots. Hey, your kids are gonna get drowned. Man, he must have a good whistle. Where are my children?
I knew I was forgetting something.
Kevin! You need the machines. Use your damn heads. She's a witch. Oh my god. Yeah, this place is going to hell. We all know it. Let's just have fun. Yeah, she like really just conveniently kind of slipped out of the room, didn't she? I guess an android has that. Or yeah, we didn't see him get beat up. Missed that. So wait, is this the real?
I think it's the real one.
Yeah, where have you been? Oh my god. Is he Davidson? It's a Davidson. Okay, there she is. They've got the wrong Maria. Sure. Uh-oh. My goodness. Oh, they're building her pyre, I guess. She said that they were really like grabbing her hair and like being pretty aggressive with her. And it was not fun.
I bet not.
So this is one of the worst parts of like the filming experience.
And it took 10 days.
Well, and apparently Fritz Lang was very insistent that real fire be used in this.
We use
you
real
see
water.
that, unfortunately, her dress and the real fire, things don't really matter.
But luckily, he also insisted that a real android be used.
Yeah. Well, apparently the like actual costume was like so like constricting that she would get cuts and bruises and stuff from like having to like wear it and try to maneuver, because again it was just plastic wood. All right, freighter. Wait, I'm confused.
Seems like he's confused.
Wait, did they get the right Maria?
I think that's the fake one.
Yeah, so they got the fake one. Okay.
It's got that crazy looking.
Yeah, she does. She definitely does. I haven't been able to keep track of which Maria is which. I mean, but you're right. That's how you tell. Is probably. Oh shit. Yeah, she had to do that stunt. Like she didn't have a stunt woman for that.
Hold on tight.
Yeah, my God.
The director left her on that rope for 2 days.
Again. Snaps his riding crop. God, yeah. Apparently, a good number of props survived from this, except the costume. Like, it's been lost. This is your time to shine, Freighter. Run, boy, run.
Go fast. It's his talent.
Yep, that was his skill that was demonstrated in his introduction. It's the thing that's going to come in most in handy in the climax. His ability to run. What if Rotwang dies? Who's gonna give Joe all the hot goss on the town? See, I can't believe you cut this. Yeah, he's in the lion's den right now. Oh, now's a convenient time to finally reveal that. Oh, you're telling me we burned a woman alive for nothing? God, the people in this town, man. My goodness. I don't know how I feel about them.
Well, all's well that ends well.
Except for Joe.
Well, if it ends well.
Oh shit. What? Yeah, this movie has everything. Now climbing on the roof scene. Yeah, look at him go. The music has been pretty spot on the whole time. I mean, it's always nice to find a silent movie that has an original, like, actually composed for its score.
Oh, oh, jeez.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. There he goes. He's in shock. His hair turned white. It looks like it did. He thinks his son died, I guess. Love how everybody's like in time. They're like waddling back.
That's just how they walk.
You know, there's like a metronome in the background or something.
Yeah.
Fritz Lang is like keeping time in some way.
Right, everybody, do it again.
Oh, did they come to apologize?
Sorry for wrecking your machine.
Oh, we didn't burn you alive? You're okay? All right. Well, we feel a lot better about ourselves. The head and the hands. All right, freighter. Let's get the heart in there. Come on now. So this was apparently a thing that Fritz Lang had a problem with later. The whole heads, hand, heart thing.
Really? Why?
He said that the whole idea is ultimately a fairy tale. You know, he's like, this isn't a political movie because this whole idea, this whole theme is just not, you know, realistic. It's... But it's the whole theme.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of the...
It's
the central thrust of this movie.
Wow. That was Metropolis. What did we think, Evan?
Gosh, man, that's... It feels like there's a lot to unpack here. That was quite the film.
There's a lot going on. It's definitely not... It's not in the 2 hours and 28 minutes. It's definitely not over, like, spending too much time on any one thing. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's funny that, you know, that you said the director had a problem with the head, heart, hands thing.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's... You know, it is the central thesis of the movie.
Right.
And you could say that it's, you know, it's a bit idealistic.
Right.
But if this is the kind of quintessential, like, dystopian future kind of story, what good is it if there's not like hope?
That's true. That's true. You do have to appreciate that it is a upbeat ending. That the idea that this, even with this dystopian future, that there can be some kind of like change and understanding between very like separated people. And I don't know. It's interesting because you know who else was not a fan of it?
I don't know who.
Science fiction legend H.G. Wells.
Really?
Yeah, he
for the same reason?
Well, so this was just somewhat, he had a whole review of it, and just some of it, some of his words on it, foolishness, cliche, platitude, and muddlement about mechanical progress and progress in general. He didn't like the whole premise of that automation was creating like this kind of dystopian society when he felt like it would make it better.
What is, I don't know much about like Wells's personal background.
Well, you saw the trailer that we saw in our pre-roll. Things to Come was apparently H.G. Wells's response to this.
Okay, that's how he thought the future was gonna. What was the difference there? Because I thought that was kind of a similarly like stratified kind of society.
Well, I think in what it predicts for the future was, but in terms of the ideological, thing, I think it's that, okay, well, in the future, with the progress of technology, there will be a progress of the people. And I mean, it does have a similar thing, like you saw.
I'd say
there.
That's a little idealistic.
Yeah, well, it is, but that's what this movie is about. But yeah, I mean, I think I haven't seen Things to Come, but like, and I'm trying to think of I think Wells wrote The Time Machine, and he wrote. I mean, I know there are other like, future kind of tales that he wrote. The only thing that comes to my mind, which is not of that vein, is Invisible Man, which is kind of a different thing. But he also just kind of felt like it was derivative of some of his work, and Frankenstein, like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Yeah, I picked up on
something Carl Catholic, or I don't know. There's something over the sea, but a writer, something RUR, and I guess something H.G. Wells wrote called The Sleeper Awakes. I don't know, but apparently that was something that H.G. Wells just, and then I think he capped it all off by calling it quite the silliest film. So.
I mean, I think that what you get out of a movie like this is going to depend on your background a lot, because any kind of like class struggle type of film is going to resonate with some people a lot more than others.
Right.
It's easy to just say, oh, that's trite. That's, boo-hoo, workers are displeased.
That's a very good point. I think that actually has a lot to do with it. I don't think that H.G. Wells was the most, worldly person. I think he definitely kind of comes from the upper crust of British society. But, so, I mean, it is really, I mean, if you don't, you can fault the story however you want. You can't deny the visuals.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, I think that's where a lot of the power.
Striking film.
Yeah, and I mean, even when things are getting a little kind of maybe, I don't know, like things can start to seem like they're getting a little static, and then they'll throw in a shot, with the moving camera, or with just, some kind of flair that is it keeps your attention. So, yeah, I mean, I think you can see why this is called a classic. You know, one of the classics of silent cinema, and obviously a sci-fi classic.
Yeah, I mean, for this to be called derivative, I think you can think of plenty of things that draw inspiration from this.
Oh, absolutely.
Either directly or accidentally. I've
Right.
never seen this, and there are things that I like and ideas that I have that I'm realizing now. Oh, that's just Metropolis.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, they were, I don't want to say ahead of their time, because I feel like that's a little too cliched in this case, but I mean, obviously, their kind of idea of this dystopian society and
It's kind of funny how how these same problems and feelings haven't really solved them, or if we did, they're sure back now.
They haven't gone away. They have not gone anywhere. I mean, but that's the thing. I mean, this movie, I think, people have always related to those kinds of themes. I mean, because you ask anybody at any point in time, and they would probably say, "Oh, things are there's so much strife right now. Everything's so hard right now." And I think that that's why this movie, like, we talked about the different edits and stuff. They got re-released in all these different versions throughout the 20th century. And but one of the more, I guess, well-known versions was in the early 80s. A big disco pioneer, I guess you want to call him, Giorgio Moroder, decided that he wanted to release Metropolis with a modern pop score. But he didn't realize that it was like that it had been cut up so much and that it wasn't complete. And so when he decided that he was going to add a score, he all of a sudden got involved with trying to put together like a new restoration of the film. But up to that time, it was like 1984. It was the most complete restoration, but it had this pop score with like Freddie Mercury and Pat Benatar and all these like rock musicians, with all these songs that were composed and written by Giorgio Moroder.
I just hope they kept the da 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 as he's climbing up the
See,
ladder.
you would hope so, but I caught a little bit of it today, and it was just, very 80s rock over stuff that I'm like, I don't know if this,
Don't know if it fits.
I don't know if it fits. But, you got to hand it to them that it's an interesting idea to take a movie about the future and then put all this, like, pop music on it and try to kind of give it a modern, I don't know, a kind of modern feel. But I don't think any of the songs that were on that Metropolis soundtrack became classics, so it is what it is. But it kept the movie's legacy alive. And then obviously, the Argentina print got found in the late 2000s, and this version that we saw tonight got put together in 2010. It's it's an amazing film, so I'm glad we got to watch it on the show tonight.
Yeah, finally check that one off the list.
It's finally in the all-time classics bucket list. If you have one and you watched this, then you can check that off. And we're gonna keep it rolling with I guess next week's episode isn't necessarily a classic, but it's interesting subject matter, and still not going back to straight horror. I guess we're going to more true crime next week.
Okay.
So instead of future, we're getting and fiction, we're getting more true realm. So that's nonfiction. That's interesting. We're gonna next Friday we're going to be watching The Sadist from 1963, which is, I guess, an adaptation of the real life story of Charles Starkweather, who was a serial murderer in the, I think it was the either mid or late 50s. Him and his girlfriend murdered like 8 people or 11 people, like, and she was like 13 years old.
Sheesh.
And he was like, you know, he just had like a complex, you know, basically kind of a little guy and bad eyesight, and just kind of very like easy to set off. And this was a story that kind of captivated America, and so I think this is probably one of the earliest adaptations of that story. It got filmed a few different times. It's been the inspiration for some classic movies, but The Sadist is kind of an I haven't seen it before, but it's one of those you know, low budget but really heavy on the kind of raw quality of trying to tell a true story kind of a feel. So should be fun, should be exciting. So we'll get that this or next Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And of course, you know, this week, as we celebrated our 2-year anniversary officially on this past Monday, we also dropped our very first episode of Spine Tingling Tales. And Mr. Evan Sink graced us with his amazing narration skills for the oh gosh,
our
give me
inaugural episode.
Our inaugural episode,
The Yellow Sign.
Yellow
Part
Sign.
1.
Thank you. I wanted to say The King in Yellow, and I was like, no, that's the what I like actually looked
correct,
up the
but...
yeah, but I was like, oh, it's, you know, it's very specific. So yeah, Evan kicked off our inaugural episode with the first part of the Yellow Sign. And so next Monday we won't get the second part of the Yellow Sign. I'm going to be gracing you with a little public domain horror tale. It's going to be Edgar Allan Poe's The Telltale Heart. So nice classic there for you. And then we're going to leave you in suspense, and then you can check out Evan's second. Now, are you just you two, or there 3?
There's 3 chapters.
Chapters.
We're gonna string them out to maximize that YouTube revenue.
Really build up the You
gotta wait till next week.
I'm not even gonna say anything. But yeah, Evan's gonna close this out. But no, so of course you can check out that one on Monday, and if you haven't listened to Evan's yet, you want to really get unsettled before you go to bed, then go listen to Evan's first spine tingling tale, and we'll keep bringing those to you every Monday. And we'll be back with our mini-sodes on Wednesday. Of course, another episode of Tales of Tomorrow, continuing our science fiction kick. And I think we've got a time travel themed episode scheduled next week. So keeping with that theme. Gotta love that. And of course, if you want to catch up on any of our past episodes, you can go find that those over on our YouTube channel at Screamstream Live. And God, over 80 episodes now, same amount of mini-sodes, Saturday Night Shockers, all that good stuff. Check it out, like and subscribe. And of course, we'll have a Saturday Night Shocker tomorrow night. I don't know what it's, but again, leave you in suspense on that one. And we'll be we'll be doing our thing on Saturday night. So thanks again, everybody, for watching tonight. Of course, if you want to follow the show on the socials, you can find us over on Instagram and TikTok and X at ScreamStream Show. If you want to follow me and Evan on the socials, you can find me over on X at Spakenstein and Mr. Evan Sink is over on X and Instagram at Caligari Cursed. Anything before we sign off tonight, Evan?
So tonight's film is set in 2026, which means we've got 2 years to really get to where we're at in Metropolis.
Right.
I think we're pretty close, but everybody at home, let's take our bets. Which of today's billionaires are going to be drowning children 2 years from now?
Oh, man. Dead heat between Bezos and Musk. I mean, I guess you got to throw the Zuck in there, too, for good measure. It could be any